It's a strange scenario in Pakistan right now. The media submerge the public into confusion. Unfortunately, the media has the ability to bring fame and defame anyone they wish. For instance, take the unfortunate passing of Begum Kulsoom Nawaz. May Allah allow her soul to rest in peace. The media have represented her as a mother of democracy, someone who has fought for truth and haqq. However, this is not the case. Take the Model Town massacres, for example, in Lahore. Many innocent people were martyred and killed for no reason.
Benefit to Pakistan. These are certainly claims made by the people from the PMLN Muslim League. However, when we look closely at the matter in hand, which is that what benefit did she bring to Pakistan? What benefit did she bring to the public of Pakistan? What benefit did she bring to the poor people of Pakistan? Then the questions become very complicated. It appears that Madame Kulsoom certainly benefited herself and her husband and her political party, but when it comes to the overall picture of Pakistan in terms of its social, economic, political demography, we find that Pakistan, during the 25 to 30 years rule, which has been interspersed with the People's Party's government as well, is that primarily it has been her husband who has been the ruler of Pakistan. And after 30 years, what do we have to show for Pakistan? What we have is a country which is bankrupt, destitute, a country which has been open and rife to all types of political corruption, and furthermore, and this is something which is very tragic, is that the 50,000 to 60,000 people in Pakistan, citizens who have been killed by terrorist activities. And this terrorism, which instead of having dropped off, has increased and increased to such a level that before the military came in, Pakistan was a country which was considered to be on the point of breakdown and civil war. Now, Madame Kulsoom was part and parcel of this whole process. We now must have to ask ourselves, what is her real benefit? It appears that she definitely benefited her husband and his cruel and tyrannical rule, which basically undermined the morale of the Pakistani people and also made Pakistan at an international level as a laughing stock of the world, as being the most corrupt country in the world, even more corrupt than some of the African countries. So, in terms of the loss to Pakistan, what we have is a country where it is now said by the United Nations that there are 22 million people, and most of them are under 13, who have had no education, who had no primary education. Now, education and literacy are a very important part of any nation's development. Now, if her husband and also Madame Kulsoom were benefactors of Pakistan, we should have seen some positive change in regards to education. That's one matter. Then we also have political anarchy and political disturbances, which has created a socio-economic deadlock in Pakistan, in which the only development we see is a blue bus or a blue train and a couple of cosmetic social programs which have basically not leaked through to the masses but have only benefited the privileged few. Now, in terms of health, we all know that a couple of years ago Pakistan faced this unbelievable situation where hundreds of people had died of not just hunger but of thirst because they had no water. In this present century, to have had a situation where a country which is called Land of the Five Rivers, to have people who are dying of thirst, and then in contrast to these people's situation, you actually have a government where the people, those who are privileged, have 20-course meals. And in fact, she was part of the celebrations where 102 meals were served to a visiting guest. Now, this contrast between those who have and those who do not have is just unbelievable. How can a person who considers himself to be a human being, a person who cares for the people, allow such a situation to develop? So this is our question. Is it that we ask that may Allah Ta'ala give this lady, for the good actions she may have done in her life, that you Allah give her peace and tranquility in the afterlife, and make the pain and suffering for her easy, and easy also for those who are relatives, because as human beings we feel that we need to be compassionate to others when they're in difficulties and when they're in pain. The question is, did she feel any pain for the people who are suffering in Pakistan? Now, I think the answer is quite obvious, that when we look at the fact that nothing concrete was done to alleviate the poverty and the suffering of the people, she bears a primary responsibility along with her husband and also along with her brother-in-law, Mr. Shahbaz Nawaz, as the governor of Punjab, has ruled Punjab non-stop for over 20 years. And in that period of time, what we've had is a corrupt police force where the ordinary people have no protection unless they have pariah mafia bosses safeguarding their interests. Now, in a civilized country, if you have breakdown of law and order, the police themselves are the people who are actually engaged in nefarious activities which are bringing harm to the ordinary people. This in itself cannot be tolerated. And we again ask the question that in terms of social economic justice, in terms of legal parity of ordinary people with those who are privileged, that no such equality exists in Pakistan or has existed. The present Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan Sahib, is basically faced with a tremendously difficult situation where he has to overcome the obstacles and difficulties which have been created by an inept, corrupt government, which has allowed the situation to go so bad that Pakistan does not have enough money. Its budget is bankrupt, in that they have to start not from zero but from minus 20,000 billion rupees. So this is an enormous task. Now we look at the Muslim League, and we look at Nawaz Sharif, and we look at Shahbaz Sharif, and we look at Madame herself, Kulsoom, and her daughter, that these people represent the privileged, and what they have done is that they have ruled in a tyrannical, cruel way over the masses and over the public of Pakistan. And we ask that in terms of justice, that social justice be implemented in Pakistan, and these people who have been part and parcel of looting and plundering the country are brought to justice. And we ask for Allah's help, that may Allah Ta'ala create a situation in Pakistan that we have the state of Medina, the glory of Medina, and also the dignity of Medina be reinstated, and an effort be made to bring Pakistan to the true state to which it deserves to be, as its name is Pakistan, the land of the pure. This is our message, and we ask that Muslims throughout the world and Pakistanis living wherever they are see this whole phenomena of Madame Kulsoom in its true light. Thank you very much.